Hello everyone, sorry for the late video. We are on the road and it was kind of a last minute trip, so I wasn't, it was, plans changed, and we have an excellent chicken sitter, so we're going to be on the road and we're looking for a new place to live, and I'm here in Pai, up in the north. It's a really, really cute town and we really love it. We're going to go look at some places today. And I'm going to do a quick reading. And I haven't had much internet, so anyway, hopefully I get this up soon. We're going to try and sit somewhere and load it and do everything. So, but I'm going to do a quick reading, and I'll try and get back to you next week, and then I'll be moving after that, so I'll probably need to take a break, but I'll come back again next week and we'll do like a longer reading, and then after we get home from this trip, and then and I just want to say a couple words about, look at these dogs across the way. Yeah. I don't know if you can see them. A couple words about things going on right now with the chickens. The chickens are all doing okay now. But we had a hard time, and I have to say I've been seeing there's a lot of kind of insanity going on with people. I see a lot of people like losing their minds, or just really having a hard time holding it together right now. I ever since I got back from Africa and I worked with this guy who could see mental illness, I can really see what's when people are really struggling with something, and or even just people on power trips or whatever. There's this kind of, I don't know, overall feeling or this overall intensity coming from just the community and the society around us right now, and it's hard. It's hard to deal because everybody is, trying to manage their inner worlds, and they're lashing out on the people around them. So anyway, we are very happy. There are pockets, though. It's like there's also that split that happens in times like this, where people really bond together and they come together and they have good life together, and that's what we're hoping for. We came to this town and it's just been magical and amazing, and we're really happy here, and so we're looking at some resorts to manage, and then I'm going to get a work permit to do all my healing work here. So anyway, let me get on to the reading. 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to pick 1 true magic and 2 chicken cards. Let's see if we can leave it at that. We do have a bunch of things to do today, so still haven't gotten coffee yet. Camping for the night. Okay. Alright, so we have Cypress Tree, Equilibrium, number 35, and it says, when opportunity is greeted with enthusiasm, success increases naturally. And number 35, which has to do with breaks and changes in the physical world around you, and moving forward in your life and your relations. So, based on what I'm talking about with, what happened with the chickens, and that's the main theme, is just, these people just went crazy, and that's happening all over. I've seen so many people like losing it, and it's, if we can just stay in the calm, and when everybody is pushing and pulling with the energy, when there's the tension in the air and all that, if we can just stay in that balance center, and with that balance center, we keep that faith and know that those opportunities are coming to us. If you're a person who can stay in your own center with all the chaos around, the opportunities will come to you. They'll just be, doors will open, and you'll be able to, find something that is really satisfying for you. And success, you will be successful in the steps that you take. So, And I mean, even for me, we're moving up to the north. We're looking in the north here, and I knew it was going to be a good thing, but I thought maybe I'd have to adjust. And we're up here, and there's not going to be an adjustment. We just can't wait. We love it, So sometimes you just never know how wonderful the surprises are for you, or how wonderful doors can, the wonderful places the doors open to. I guess that's what I want to say. And actually, I'm going to draw one more because I see we have the mysteries. Okay. So, all right, we have Birdie Baby, which is the birthing process. So something is being born into this world, and you're a part of it, but it's beyond you. And it's not something that you can come up with, and it's not something that you would ever plan. So this is beyond the ego planning, beyond the imagination of yourself. It's not coming from you. Whatever's going to happen is not coming from you. It's coming from the universe. It's coming from God or existence, bringing things together for you in a certain way. So, again, it's about remaining balanced and centered, and it's keeping the peace. We have a little dove here too. So, staying in a place of peace as we kind of assess the situations of our life and assess the problems or the obstacles, and then we just find the way to go, and you have that faith that everything is really going to open up for you and you will be successful. And because really the people who are going off balance right now can't hold it together. They just don't have the ability to make it happen. And anyone who's balanced and centered will easily be able to make it happen. So again, keep the chaos outside of you. Don't let it affect you. Don't let the push and pull move you. Don't be the effect of anybody else's psychology or actions. Just assess what's going on and take the steps you need to take in a balanced way to go to a place of security or safety, or of comfort and feeling good. I mean, that's what we want. If we're in a situation in our life where we're not comfortable and it doesn't feel good, then it's like, okay, then you need to find arrangements to find your way to a place that does, So we're being called to be a part of this birthing process, and there's something very important that's coming in, and we need to be listening and flexible so that we can respond to the universe's call. And then we have the mysteries. Oops. And it's kind of the card of heartbreak traditionally, but it's the human mysteries and how things go, and why good people turn bad sometimes, and how people get caught up with things, and how we lose people that we love because they, maybe they go down the wrong track, or go down a different track that you can't go down, and it separates you from somebody. So there's the heartbreak of relations, and really what it's about is that you need to understand why people do it. It's not personal. It's never personal. Nothing is ever done personally to you. It's personal to that person, but it's not personal to you. So and then maybe there's a whole story of people's lives, and a whole story, a complex story of the moment of their life, why they do the things they do. And it's not about taking things personally or taking things to heart. It's just accepting, and maybe, opening to the mysteries of that person, and learning and kind of understanding, what happened to that person, what's happening to, this place that I'm seeing, or whatever is the heartbreak, what's happening. And just really to get the information from that. And it is a card of movement too. It's a number 3. So we have this movement into a new place, and really understanding something that doesn't feel good, and being okay with that and accepting that, and just moving forward in that balance in our state of peace, and finding things around us that resonate with us, and in our vibration of peace and happiness. And then the last card we have is Sasquatch, and he is the king of the mind. This is the movement of the mind. So that's really what it is. The card of heartbreak is just moving your mind, and really uncovering the mysteries of humanity. And we really need to see them to change them. If we don't know them, we can't influence them or change them. But after we learn about them, then we have that power to influence and change things and make things better. But or even foresee them, or have more understanding, or be more awake and aware when we experience things the next time around. But we have this king of mind now that comes through, which is this very sensitive person that people just don't believe that somebody can be so amazing and wonderful. The Sasquatch is supposed to be a very brilliant, sensitive animal. And people don't believe, and they hide away. They don't really, they get so much, what would happen to them if they were hanging out with the humans, it wouldn't be good. So people don't believe that they're real. And, but there's tons of evidence that they are, and, it's hard to believe. And people just automatically, I have to say, I don't always, I guess I learned not to do this anymore, but just to go along with the status quo, and, oh no, they don't exist or something, fairies or, aliens, or, well, I think aliens most people believe in, but, mermaids, I did that with the mermaids when I first heard about mermaids. I'm like, oh no, and then after you watch it all and learn about it, you're like, wow, I guess maybe they do, and so it's really about not kind of having that common response that people have to things, because all of a sudden when you encounter one, or when you encounter the evidence or the information about something, it changes everything. And then you realize that there's this existence that is so amazing and magnificent that you didn't even really know was there, or that everybody was so negative about that you couldn't even see because of the negativity around it, And then the other thing with the Sasquatch is, even if they do see it, or even if they do have all the evidence, sometimes they just won't listen to it. And people are like that too. And it's hard if you are, even if you're living this life or a part of this, to experience that with everybody just rejecting your existence. It's like everybody denies you and who you are and what you're doing, which is very hard. And just to remember that you really can't deny it when you see or say you encounter a Sasquatch. It's different than learning about it and having all the information. It's easy to pass it off and be in denial about it. But then when you see it, or if you all of a sudden are in the woods, and then you end up having a day hanging out with a Sasquatch or something like that, then all of a sudden, even no matter how much you don't believe in it, you just really it changes you. And maybe you can lie about it, or say whatever, but something changes within a person when they see what they believe, that they are so convinced it's not there, So even the reason I have this card, it's like, a lot of times people won't believe that you're a good person, and they want to project their problems onto you. And then they do. And then, but the thing is they still saw you. And so even though they'll go along with a lie, it doesn't matter. People still see who you are. They still see the Sasquatch. So this is about encountering the Sasquatch. It's undeniable when you actually are sitting there staring at something, and experiencing something. Once you experience something, you can pretend to deny it to go along with people, but you get that, you make that impression on the people who don't believe also. So there is a great power to this very intelligent, sensitive person who hides away. And just remember that there is the influence on the mysteries here. And I did draw this card because of this one. So we have this movement in the mind, but we have this kind of awakening from the brilliance here. The high intelligence is seen and known, and it does have the influence. So it's a great first card, and about great things coming in, new birthing processes, and we do have this equilibrium here that we need to really ground ourselves with and stay stable, because there is a lot of changes in the physical world and we are moving forward here. So just stay centered and have that faith, and everything is going to work out for you, because we have these opportunities. Again, it says, when opportunity is greeted with enthusiasm. Okay, sorry about that. The battery just died. Hopefully, I think you heard everything. But thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'm going to show you just a little clip of the chickens. We're right here with chickens. 1 second. Okay, so these are fighting roosters, and most of them are caged up. And I don't know, I can't be around this stuff too much because I don't like to hear them all upset in the morning. I don't know. But I wanted to, so I guess that was why I didn't start out with this. But the other thing too is there are free chickens over here. So, and I've seen a lot around. So it's like, maybe some chickens are stuck in the human structures or within the systems. People can get stuck. They can feel imprisoned, but then there's also people who get free and they're happy. They have their freedom. Freedom is everything. So anyway, and there is hope for these chickens too, because people buy them too. So these are all for sale. These are fighting chickens for sale, but they're all in these little cages. So just keep it in mind that there's the two ways of life. The one where you're imprisoned and the one where you're free over here. And the freedom is actually the really well-behaved ones. They get to be free, and then all the fighting chickens, they have to be in these little cages. So as an oracle, I just feel like the chickens have this message of again, having that balance in yourself and finding your freedom. And then and also, if you do get caught in a cage here, just stay calm and wait for your opportunity to be set free, because there will be a time that there's a transfer, and transfer of life, transfer of a transformation of things, and we have those opportunities, and it's about finding we do have more control as humans, and we can find our freedom where our heart is, and our heart goes with us everywhere. So it's like finding that match. And then we have this little sheep or something, kind of cute. But anyway, all right, we got to get going. So anyway, take care, everyone, and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.